reason I point that out, in on the Chisholm Trail, one half of the people on the Chisholm Trail, or 80% of them spoke four other than English as a first language. So if you were up to a drover and you tipped your hat and you said, "How do you do?" Well, they didn't know how to say how you do, so they would echo back with that old English term, howdy. Now, with that being said, I need everybody to repeat after me. Say howdy, y'all. Howdy. Well, doesn't everybody feel just a little bit more welcome? Now, I want to invite everybody to help us out with our red, white, and boot celebration, our 250th birthday celebration for the United States of America. Well, today from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. We got rodeos, live music, $5 draft beer, and more all day. So be sure to get yourself something good to drink. Now, over here at the Cool Corral, on the RFD lawns, for the red, white, and boots sale going on right now, we have all of the Howdy World merch at 20% off, 20% off right today. It's Domingo de Fiesta, all day until 7 p.m. We've got music, rodeos, drinks. Now, they all got horns that can reach out as much as 10.5 feet. And I gotta tell you, they've all got their own personality. So because of that, I need everybody to be standing up. I can't have anybody sitting on the curb. We all got to be standing up. Show. 2,000 pounds of beef turns left and starts walking towards you. If you're standing up, you can step out of the way. Now, if you have a dog with you today, make sure the dog is on a leash. Make sure that if the dog gets really excited by the cattle, pull the dog back away from the cattle. Today it's all about the cattle drive, not the running of the bull. Now, also, if you have a drone today, make sure the drone is not in the air until the cattle are all gone. Because again, we don't want to move the cattle. Now, one last thing, if you are like me and you want to get the perfect photo, you want to get the perfect video, I need a couple of things from you. One, don't do the one toe dance stepping out into the street. Be sure to keep the street clear. Second thing is you're going to be leaning over the road. Make sure that you're not blocking the view of the people next to you. They don't want to picture your shoulder blades. But people are expecting on your surroundings and just your camera or your cell phone. And 10-foot horns have a tendency to sneak up on you. Now, the show today, at the end of the street, we've got the Stockyard Station, and you follow the railroad tracks into the Stockyard Station. We have the Legends of Texas and West Comedy show up there, and I got to tell you, it's a great time to take the kids on that. Now, tomorrow at 10 a.m., at 12:30, and at 2 p.m., we'll have guided walking tours at the Cowtown Cattle Pit Base. You want to find out more about the cattle drive, if you want to find out more about the distinct Fort Worth, we'll even tell you what Fort Worth was before. If you want to know more about the stockyard, then it's not you can learn in 1 hour. Well, come on out and take the guided walking tour. Now, be sure to download the Fort Worth Stockyards app. Now, the Stockyards app is not just going to tell you where to go shopping. It will help you with your parking. It'll tell you when the concerts are happening, when the rodeos are happening, special events. Trust me, some month. Download that on your phone. Now, here is the front lawn of the Livestock Exchange. We've got the Pendleton Whiskey Bar. And I think on a day like that, that's a deal. Now, be sure to get yourself something to drink. Be sure to hydrate on a day like this. Now, on the Chisholm Trail, 1865, at the end of the American Civil War, war is bad for farming. We had meat shortages up and down the East Coast. Now, when you've got meat shortages, but here in Texas, we have more cattle than we have people. That sounds like an opportunity. Well, a guy named Joseph McCoy, he hears that we've got all this cattle running free, and he said, "Hey, I know for a fact you guys are getting $4 a head up in Dallas, but if you can take that cattle 850 miles north, that's 1,700 kilometers north to Abilene, Kansas. That's like I'll give you $40 a head. Now, $40 a head doesn't sound like a lot of money until you realize that a $20 gold piece, well, that's 1 ounce of gold. Well, when you realize you're taking 3,000 head of cattle, refugees from the American Civil War, we had newly freed slaves, we had children of slaves, we had people come in from literally every country you can imagine. Well, one of the people we had on the frontier was a lady by the name of Lizzie Johnson. Now, Lizzie Johnson started off as a school teacher, but she got sick and tired of being broke. So she gets on the Chisholm Trail. She goes up 5 times, comes back with a whole bunch of money, and buys a ranch in Round Rock, Texas. Well, after she bought that ranch, she married a guy by the name of Hezekiah Williams that had his own ranch. Now, they kept everything separate, but they had a really good time together. Now, every once in a while, she'd go over to her husband's land after a big argument, and she would steal all of his cattle just to teach him a lesson. Now, when she passed away in 1924, she was the richest woman in the state of Texas, and we call her the Cattle Queen. Now, in 1865 or 1845, there was a guy by the name of John Ware. He was born a slave. In 1865, he got his freedom. He gets on the Chisholm Trail. We lose track of how many times he went up and down. Well, in 1881, he took 10,000 head of cattle all the way up to Alberta, Canada. That's why Alberta, Canada has a beef industry today, and to this day, they still have the Calgary Stampede in his honor. And by the way, they got his face on a stamp too. Now, you have 3,000 head of cattle going north. You got your trail bus out front. Your front corners, well, that is your point position. And across the back, you got the drag. And by the way, that was the worst place to be. Now, we've got the Fort Worth herd coming down the ramp right now. Everybody give a round of applause to the Hey, Cowboys and Cowgirls, and welcome to the Fort Worth Herd Cattle Drive. I'm Barry Corbin. Stockyard, right where you were standing, filled with cattle meat and cow hand. Cattle were driven by men and women on horseback called droves, with wide brimmed hats, dirt on them. 150 years ago, this was their last stop before the long five rugged land to Kansas. Fort Worth was George's last chance to buy supplies. Joy a good meal and kick up their heels before months or beans and heart attack and sleeping under the stars. Then you'll get strength to that badge, but the hurt is more spectacle. It's You could go forward.